Guys, I know it's been a while, more like years, since I last updated this blog, but I figured why not start now? So it would be a lot to catch you up on where I've been or what the hell I've been up to since 2013. Um, let's just say there have been some rough years. Um, yeah, so right now I'm just chatting with some old friends from the first treatment center I've ever been to back in 2011. It's really good to have support, especially from those who understand what you're going through. Sometimes it's hard to turn to family or friends because they just don't get it, and you get hurt, they get hurt, and no one profits from it. So I'm not sure what I should talk about, but um, so I'm not doing so great. Um, I'm doing much better than I have been in the past couple of years. Um, I spent the past couple of years all over the country, from treatment center to treatment center, hospital to hospital. Um, Literally, I feel like I was drugged and asleep for half of it. I just woke up like 5 years older, which really sucks because I have 2 months left of my 20s, and I don't feel like I did those things that, you know, most 20 somethings do. Party and whatnot. Not that I'm even into any of that, but um, yeah. So let's start with where I live. So currently, I'm living on my own. I'm in what they call a treatment apartment. Um, you basically get to live independently, and they check on you um, once or twice a week. Make sure you're taking your medication, give you a ride to Walmart. Quick 15-minute thing. You pay the rent and you call it a day. Um, yes, I'm 29 and I like Frozen, as you see Elsa and Olaf behind me. And my room is pretty juvenile. You see my Hello Kitty collection and all of that. And that's not really important, but why not? I just came from the dentist. I'm having some dental issues. That is one of the major downfalls of this disease is dental issues. I've met people who have lost all their teeth in their 20s with dentures. So I'm very lucky to still have my teeth. Um, right now, I think I have some sort of infection or something. I have like no enamel or protection on my teeth left. All the acid from purging has eroded it away. So um, I guess as a treat to myself, once I'm stable and I'm working and I'm doing better and I'm symptom free for a couple years, maybe I'll treat myself to dental implants and get brand new teeth. Why not? Get brand new iPhones. Why not get new teeth? So, besides where I'm living, what do I do? So pretty much I spend most of my time immersed in my disease, in my disorder. I get caught up in these really long binge purge cycles, and they can last like days. And the only thing that ends them is for there to be no food or resources left to get food. And sometimes I just want to cry because I just can't stop. I can't stop. Um, my disease has gone through a lot of transition from overexercising and restricting and meticulously counting every calorie to eating the whole grocery store and purging and going back food shopping again 5 minutes later and purging. I think what really made my symptoms transition was my father's death back in 2012, and also the company I was working for, their culture promoted a lot of negative societal standards about the need to be thin and perfect and beautiful. And at the time, it felt good, but it burnt me out and it exacerbated my illness. It took me from one extreme to a whole nother, to the point where I couldn't work anymore, and I haven't worked since then. So pretty much right now, I watch Netflix and get lost in my disease. But two times a week, I do go to what they call a PROS program. Is personal recovery oriented something. I don't know. But you get to choose groups. You get to choose the time and the days you go, and you go. So I go on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I go for the morning half of the groups. It gives me some structure and it helps me come out of this funk and this kind of mindless stupor that I found myself in with this disease. So I do that. I meet with my case manager. I visit family. Family visits me. And I spend a lot of time alone. I don't have much of a social life, which doesn't really help. I spend my time cooped up in my bedroom, or cooking in the kitchen, or down the street at the supermarket, which isn't fun. I don't know. I kind of gave up on treatment centers and hospitals, and I feel like they gave up on me too. I feel like at this point it's just up to me to decide to live, to function, to find a way to survive. I found myself a good doctor. His name is Albert St. Clair. He is located in Manhattan. I live about 2 hours from there, and I go out there sometimes weekly. He specializes in treating eating disorders. He's a pretty good doctor. I've been seeing him for the last year, and he and I decided to try something a little unorthodox. Usually when I'm in like these treatment centers and stuff like that, and I'm having difficulty with like purging or not eating or refusing fluids or refusing any intake, usually they put it in a feeding tube, and that's how I get nutrition. So my doctor and I decided that I would try to do that from home. So since about last July, I've been doing home tube feeding. It helps me. It alleviates some of the stress and the burden of actually having to confront food and getting caught in these cycles. So I have a certain amount of like tube feeding formula I'm supposed to have as per my dietitian a day, but gradually I can replace a can of formula with the actual meal. At this stage of the game, I'm better off having the formula than the meal, because it's been about 3 or 4 years since I was able to eat without purging. The most I've gone was 23 hours, and that was once in the last 3 or 4 years. And I'm pretty lucky to be alive. There's so many dangers to excessive vomiting. All your electrolytes are out of whack, you're weak, your potassium is low, which aids with heart functioning, having a heart attack. You can tear something in your esophagus, you can vomit up blood, you can just destroy your digestive system altogether and your body, and you can just die. So I'm very, very lucky. I consider myself a spiritual person, so I look to God for my strength and my survival, and He's been keeping me. Some mornings I may not want to wake up, but I still do it because I believe that one day I'm going to wake up and there's going to be a purpose. What that purpose may be, I don't know, but I keep fighting because I know that somehow my life is worth living. So that's about it for today. I'll continue to keep you guys updated if you're interested. I'm not sure if you're able to like post questions or anything like that, but if you ever want to ask me anything, feel free. I'm very open about my diseases, and I would love to educate people about it because there's so many misconceptions about eating disorders. Everyone thinks they're about vanity. Vanity has nothing to do with it. I'm beyond vanity. Half of the time I can give two craps whether or not I shower or brush my hair. So the vanity is out the window. Right now it's just like a drug addiction. It's something that takes hold of you and it becomes you. So that's about it. I hope this wasn't boring. I'm gonna go remove the makeup off of my face and take a nap because I have been up over 24 hours and I'm exhausted. So shout out to all my girls from treatment back in the day. You know who you are. Love you to pieces. And in the words of my friend Bob, ciao.